And speaking of big names, let's bring him in now. Ken Reid, the peerless, the ageless Sportsnet anchor. Kenny, how you doing, buddy?
Cool, man. Ageless Botox is a hell of a drug, isn't it?
How about that?
I guess so. And addictive for some people. Ken, it's interesting that you would be on the program today as a baseball guy. Would I be right in saying that is your number one sport, or you just know a lot about it?
I'd say it's two. It's number two behind hockey, but it's right there with hockey for me. Yeah, but number two, I'd say number two.
The reason I bring that up is I looked at my score app because I always put down today's games. Did you see the litany of spring training games that's got canceled beside it? Here we are in about day, 87 of a lockout that nobody knows is going on till now. Where are you on this situation?
I've been saying it on TV, and where I am on this situation is, hey, baseball, I don't care. Get to me when it's over. I'm so done with this. I'm so done with it. I've been reading Jeff Passan's coverage of it and Ben Nicholson-Smith's, and I'm very I'm not optimistic, and that sucks because I'm an Expos fan, and I remember 1994, and it took me good 8 years to go back to baseball after 1994. I wasn't one of the people who got sucked in by baseball's look the other way juice contest between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire. I thought that was garbage, and I think it's garbage from both sides. I really don't care. Just play baseball. You have enough money. There's enough money to go around. How much money can the owners want? How much money can the players want? Figure it out. Go to an independent arbitrator and get back to me. Enough of this collective bargaining garbage. I don't care. I just want to see baseball, and they're all rich anyway. So come on. And I saw something interesting on the weekend, and I'd like to get your take on this. And it's somebody said, what if baseball goes the way of NASCAR? I mean, if we've been paying attention over the last, 40 years, baseball's kind of going like this, right? It's become this regional sport, and the NBA is going up. The NFL's like, they're like Darth Vader. They just own everything. But NASCAR, man, if you go back to 1990, 1991, NASCAR was so huge, and now NASCAR is kind of like, yeah, it's NASCAR. Now baseball, and I'm going on a rant here, but baseball's so arrogant, and it's always been so arrogant over the years, and maybe it can't afford to be as arrogant as it has been in the past. Maybe people won't go back, and maybe it just becomes like NASCAR has become. No disrespect to NASCAR, but NASCAR isn't what it was 30 years ago.
No, it's interesting and a little ironic or timely that you would bring that up, because that's our poll question today. What's the greatest niche sport? NLL, auto racing, CEBL, or junior hockey? And there's a lot of votes for auto racing because it is a regional sport. It's not national, and I know their fans think that it is, but it is not. And if Major League Baseball went that way, because it hasn't historically been. It's like everybody's had an opinion on baseball forever, but I'm starting to wonder if they will. And in your circles in Toronto, where the Blue Jays are so loved, are you hearing any talk about the Jays aren't playing, or is it all Leafs as normal right now?
It's all Leafs as normal right now. I haven't heard any talk about the Jays at all, and that's because Leafs fans have fallen in love with the same team they fall in love with every year, which is an outstanding regular season team that's not built for playoff hockey, and it's the same this year. But no one's talking about the Jays. And as you said, I don't think a lot of people know that there's even a lockout, right? Because when there was a hockey strike or lockout, it was round-the-clock coverage because it interfered with the start of the season. So now we're getting to that point where you're going to hear opening days delayed, and then the talk will start. And both sides, the owners and the players, both use that as negotiating tactics. But no, there hasn't been a lot of talk about it, and there won't be a lot of talk about it until regular season games start to go away. And it's just disgusting to me. And it just stinks. And here in Toronto, I mean, it stinks because is this going to be the third year in a row there's not a full season of baseball in Toronto? Are you going to waste a year contract for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette? Like, if you're a Jays fan right now, I can't think of a worse thing than a lockout or lockout strike, whatever the hell you want to call it, lockout. But the timing's horrible because, I mean, you got Vladdy Jr., you got Bichette. They're cooking. They're ready to go, man. They're so talented. And if you follow Keith Olbermann on Twitter, as I do, you might lose a season. That's kind of where he's at. I don't know if I'm going that far, but I'm definitely not in the season's going to start on time category.
Yeah, and boy, listen, I didn't even think about the kids until you brought it up. But a more bubbly topic, if you will. Do you ever or have you ever been confused for Ken Reid, the two-time Olympian, member of the World Cup Alpine ski team? You have? You have?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yes, still do. I still do, which amazes me. Okay, first time ever. It was when I just started in Calgary as a sports anchor reporter back then. This is like year 2000 probably. And I was invited to play in the Calgary Flames golf tournament, right? So they have you pay and you play with the Flame, an alumni or a noted celebrity. So this team drew Ken Reid to play with, and I wasn't at the night before little social, so I show up to play with these guys, and I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm Ken. How's it going?" And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Ken Reid." They're like, "You're not Ken Reid." I'm like, "The skier?" Like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No, I'm the new sports anchor in town." And I remember one guy going, "I don't care if you can golf, you can ski as long as you can golf." And I did end up winning longest putt that day. I won a
How about
five
that?
changers. Yeah, I won a 5-changer CD player. So that tells you how long ago it was. And
those
my
were
other
awesome.
favorite. Those were great. The other great one was when I was working in Edmonton. I worked weekends in Edmonton, and at night, Sunday nights were slow, and I'd hang out at the back of the newsroom where the sports department was, the famous CFRN sports department, right? Lots of dudes came through there, dudes and dudettes, and I used to always just chill and talk with the security guard, and we were buddies for 2 years, and it was my final night, and we were just kind of saying our goodbyes. And he goes, "I just wanted to tell you, it's like I never brought it up, but man, watching you ski all those years was something else." I was like, "No, no, 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 that's not me." So that was a 2-year confusion. But yeah, I get it. It happens. I mean, Ken's an awesome dude. I've interviewed him. I actually did a story in Calgary where we skied against each other in a video game simulation. So I put the stand deck on. But I think there's at least 25, 30 years difference between us. And as you said, Rod, I'm ageless. So, but the confusion still happened.
66 years of age is Ken Reid. And I've always wanted to ask you that. And frankly, I'm so glad that I did. By the way, Safe Moondog is watching on YouTube, says billionaires and millionaires fighting. Meanwhile, folks suffering through lockdowns, losing businesses, jobs, etc. Read the room. Agree with Reader. Now we're out of time, but I just want to tell you that at Super Bowl, Darren DuPont, my co-host here and boss, had the opportunity to attend the DraftKings party with Kyle Brandt. And I just wondered if you might have been jealous that he had that opportunity, or if you had a chance to attend a Super Bowl party with Kyle Brandt or anything else for that matter. Your man crush, whatever you call it.
Kyle and I have never met face to face. We do cover for every Monday and Tuesday on Sportsnet Central, and we have never met face to face. We are, I would say, philosophically aligned. He has a much better body. He's much more handsome. But it was almost like we were raised in the same 80s, early 90s cultural hub household. If he says something, it just clicks with me. And if I say something, it just clicks with him. It's one of those things. We both don't take ourselves too seriously. And I think we both know sports is fun. First and foremost, it's supposed to be fun, which again is why I hate this baseball garbage so much. But yes,
I know.
I'm jealous of Darren for sure.
Next year, Super Bowl, Arizona, Rod Pedersen Show, DuPont Media Party. We'll bring you all together. We'll make it happen. Ken, thanks for the time, man.
Awesome.
Always enjoy our visits.
Awesome. Go see Air Supply. They never disappoint. Buddy hit on my wife from the stage a few years ago. It was awesome.
I believe it. Can't blame him. He's only human. Ken Reid with us from Sportsnet Connected. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of The Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.